This week's Extra Bad Player of the Week is a double special featuring Nightmare AVP from Nathrazim and Andoria from Arathor. This week I would like to talk about a cause concerning the World of Warcraft today, and that is stupidity. It is spread from the home reaches of the Alliance onto every server, everywhere, even infecting the Horde. It's terrible. A concoction of low DPS and mild apathy towards anything that would resemble goodness, and you get these two. Starting off with Andoria, generally a decent mage who sits there and casts an 8-second Pyroblast because she doesn't have the proc, spams Fireball instead of Frostfire Bolt, and likes the good old Scorch and Fire Blast combo to get it to proc, is just one of the most gifted players I've ever seen. Her ability to inexhaustibly pull no more than 1.7k DPS never ceases to amaze me. But if I had to commend Andoria on anything, it has to be her talent tree. It is just one of the marvels of nature that you can only see in a truly gifted WoW player. With 68 points in Fire, 1 point in Frost, and unspent points, you just can't possibly go wrong. I mean, after all, if you're gonna be a fire mage, you need every talent point in fire. That's why they made it, because it's a tree for you to be fire. Every good player knows that. God! Next, I'd like to direct everybody's attention to my second favorite, Nightmare AVP. Now, at first, you look at this guy's talent tree. He looks like he's alright. I mean, got the basics, a couple, little, but it's all fine. And you look at his gear, and it seems okay, with the combination of unsocketed, a little bit of tank gear and an agility ring. He's basically just trying to cover all his bases so he can be as safe as possible. Never know when you're going to have to snap tank in the middle of a fight. But here's the part where he really gets gifted. I looked at his 1k DPS trying to figure out, hey, why is he at 1k and why is everybody else in the world not terrible? So I looked at his DPS. As you'll clearly see, Death and Decay and Melee. A combination any good Death Knight would use. After all, that Death and Decay is powerful. Back in Highjaw, that probably used to be the most difficult spell for his guild to avoid. I'm not even sure he did Highjaw, because he's terrible. Oh, lordy. People that roll Death Knights are just absolute garbage. Or really good, but most of the time absolute garbage. In closing, I would just like to point out two dramatic events that really just made this an instance worth remembering and worthy of the Extra Bad Player of the Week. First off, I would like to comment Andoria for in the middle of the fight linking a DPS meter, that's a DPS, not damage done, that says that she does more DPS than the tank, who is currently 5% ahead of her in damage done, and will tie her in damage done at the end of the fight. Really? You are just absolute garbage. Really? You managed to get a Pyroblast crit and you're like, oh, look, I'm beating the tank. Is that the pride of your day? When you can beat down the tank and his blue prop gear? It's my ult. I rolled him 5 days ago. And the MP5 trinket? Really? How do you just not manage to do anything with 5 days? I don't know. Just bad. I'm out.